What's up, guys? So this video is for people who are new to React Native and are a little confused or maybe overwhelmed when opening up Xcode. And I'm going to spend just a few minutes and explain everything that I know about Xcode. And you may be asking yourself, well, everything you know about Xcode can fit into a couple minutes? And yeah, pretty much, because you don't need to know that much Xcode to build React Native apps. But there are a few things that'll be useful for you. So I'm just going to share everything I know and hope that it helps. So on the left-hand side, you have the list of files. So when you start a new React Native project, everything in the iOS folder is what's going to be over here on the left. And you can tap this little icon and hide or show the folders. And then if we switch over to the right hand side, this is the organizer or inspector or something. I don't know. I don't ever use it. You'll probably never use it because you won't be writing code in Xcode. So you can click this little icon and just hide it out of the way. So in the center here in the general tab, we have a couple things like display name, version number. There's probably not a lot you'll be doing in here, except for increasing build numbers and increasing version numbers when you build your app. You'll use the signing and capabilities tab for adding certain permissions to your app. So if you click this plus button next to the all debug release, you'll see things you can ask for permission for. So say notifications. So if you want to send push notifications to your users, you need to select that. Now the other tabs across here, I don't think you'll get into very much. You may get into build settings and build phases, but probably not. You used to have to mess with those more in the older days of React Native, but now things are as much easier to add third-party libraries, and you don't have to worry about tinkering too much in there. As far as our files here, we have the app delegate, which you may have to change things in here. This is the entry point into your iOS app. Your launch screen, you may want to change things in your launch screen, add a logo or change the text. You can do that here. I'm going to hit a couple of the menus across the top. So if you select Xcode preferences, you'll be shown a bunch of options here. Most of them you'll never use. In locations, you can see the location of the derived data. If you ever have any build issues, it could be because you have some stale data in the derived data, and you may just need to wipe this out and rebuild the app. So if you click on the little arrow, you can just come in here and just move to trash and just delete all your derived data. Or you can also just delete it through the command line. So if we go back up to the top, file, there's really not much in here that we're going to use. Same with edit, view, find, navigate, editor. You're probably just not going to use these very often because you're not going to be writing code in Xcode. Now the product tab, you can use this to run your app, and you can use it to archive your app. So archive is building for production. And I want to show you something real quick. This might trip you up. It's something that's tripped me up before. If you have a simulator selected, see I have iPhone 8 selected, and then you go to product, you can't select archive. So you can't make a production build because a simulator is selected. So if you just go up here to any iOS device, then go back to product. Now you see archive is no longer grayed out, and we can build a production build. Something else you might use in here is clean build folder. And again, if you just have issues building, clean build folder, delete derived data, and then rebuild your app. So debug and source control, we won't really do anything with that. Window, there's two things here you might use. One is devices and simulators. So if you want to add new devices or simulators or remove some, you can do it in that window. Or organizer is another one we might use. So if you open up the organizer, this will have your archive. So say you ran the archive to build a release build, and then all of a sudden you just don't know where it is. So if you go to window and then organizer, you'll find your archives here, and then you can upload it to TestFlight, App Store Connect, or what have you. So that's basically all you need to know about Xcode to build a React Native app. If you have any other tips or tricks that you've learned using Xcode, share them with everybody in the comments. That would be real helpful.